It is very common and normal for married couples, to have issues whenever they first have a child. It is nothing abnormal, and there are various problems that happen across different couples. And so this video, we're talking about common issues couples have after having kids. So maybe you have experienced this. Like I said, it won't happen to everybody. Not everybody will experience the same thing. Some people may experience some experience not, and it may vary. But I've been able to speak to quite a number of moms to ask them, okay, what issues do you and your partner have when you had your children? How are you able to navigate it? Then maybe my own issues, and a bit of research, and to bring this video together. So welcome again to my channel. Let's get into it.
My name is Oluwaseun Usidamen. Welcome to my YouTube channel.
So if you're watching this video, maybe you can relate to one of the issues, let us know in the comment section. And this is not we want to bring about our dirty lineage, but you never know who you are honestly helping. See, a problem shared is a problem solved, though. It's just wisdom on who to tell and who you're sharing it with. You realize how much guidance and counsel can save you from a lot of issues. And of course, even you as a partner. I remember one of my friends, Timmy, my video with Timmy, right, when she was sharing her journey with postpartum depression, how because her husband was aware of what postpartum depression looks like, when he saw the signs, he was able to take action. And I love what he did. He wasn't the one that addressed the issue. Maybe he honestly knew he wasn't capable enough, or he just knew someone else could do it better, whatever. So he reached out to her sister, who is a nurse, and of course her sister, they have that sisterly bond, and she was able to help her navigate that postpartum depression. So see, awareness will save you a lot of problem ideas, right? And again, let's also understand that issues in marriage doesn't mean your marriage is bad, doesn't mean marriage is bad. They are just problems. Let's learn to separate problems from your partner or from marriage as a whole. Okay, let's start. So the first I have on my list here is sex. A lot of couples tend to have issues regarding their sexual life. A lot of women, especially, going through that labor part, it takes a while for you to get comfortable down there again. So women lose self-confidence, right? So women don't even enjoy it anymore. So women have higher libido, so women have lower libido. It just varies per person, like I said, but sex is a common issue. And I won't talk too much on solutions because I have another video. I'll probably just put the thumbnail here so you can easily trace it. Sex after childbirth, right? You guys should check it on my channel. That's what we talked about. Dealing with sex after childbirth. So if that is something you're struggling with, or I even think everybody should watch it, because like I always tell people, whether or not you're a mom, not one day you're going to have children, right? And if you're afraid of having kids, again, I have another video. I was afraid of motherhood, I was afraid of pregnancy. So a lot of my conversations, if you follow this channel, know that we don't just speak from thin air. We carry practical real life experiences, and we are holding each other's hands, navigating this real issue. So we're not saying, oh, motherhood is all rosy. Yes, we're telling you that there's beauty in it, but what are the issues, what are the challenges, and how do we navigate it together? So yes, I was afraid of pregnancy, I was afraid of motherhood. It's another video I have that I recommend for people that are even afraid of of the situation at all. Another thing we're going to mention is parenting rules. See, let me tell you guys something. And theory is different from practical. I remember before I had my baby, my husband and I had, oh, you do this one, do that one, you do this one, you do this one. And then when when we had the child, the roles shifted, and the reality is different from what you had in your head. The way you had pictured it is now different from when the baby actually comes. And so a lot of times couples tend to clash on the roles, and I think sometimes some women tend to feel like the men are not maybe hands-on enough, or maybe the man is not even doing it the way you want it to do. I mean, I'm just listing some of the issues that I've seen or I've even encountered, right? So that you can all relate to it, and so that when you also have your child and you see you and your husband having these clashes, you are aware. And then you know how to navigate. That doesn't mean it's marriage. You people will fight. You people will have issues. You people will, it's marriage. It will bound to happen. But at least I think awareness helps us manage and control better. And even maybe you didn't manage it properly, you can then remember that sure, I already talked about this thing. Okay, let me handle it a bit better or differently, and then that can help. So sometimes you may have said, oh, baby, you're the one that will be doing night routine. and then reality comes and your husband is asleep. You know, some men, they will sleep, they will even hear that baby is crying, and you realize that okay, your husband's strength is really not in doing, night duty. Maybe he's better at feeding the baby, he's better at keeping the baby company. Do you understand? And I always emphasize communication. Talk. I think I need to do another video on communication, right? Like, I did a video on Instagram talking about how to communicate, how do I even put it? Communicating, like sensitive issues, confrontations. Yeah, how to have confrontations with people. Because I realized that even me, I had to learn it. Learn communication style. The person I'm communicating to, when is the best time to talk to them, expressing how you feel, and the other party listening. A lot of us don't listen. We listen to respond. We don't listen to really hear the person out. So learn to listen to where the person is coming from, and then adjust accordingly. So we talked about sex. We've talked about parenting rules, how it can be different from what you guys have planned out, and how then to navigate it. Another thing which is similar to parenting rules, it's still parenting style. So some people the most common one, gentle parenting, traditional parenting. Imagine one couple is traditional, the other one is gentle. Clash. Or that's not my mother raised me. My own mother did this one. But me too, my own mother did this one. Or you realize, you begin to see the difference, how much our growing up and how much our childhood and everything we've exposed ourselves really tell by the time you guys are having this conversation with your partner. So no, you people will not think the same. You most likely not see things the same. There's some areas where you are both clear. For example, we want our children to be raised in the way of the Lord. Bam. We want respectful children. Bam. We want, this kind of school. Bam. I'm giving examples because there could also be clash even in that. But there are some things you guys will agree on, but there are some things you may say differently. So the whole point is learning to acknowledge each other's differences. And and we're all different as human beings, and that's what makes the world beautiful. I don't think it would have been nice if we're all the same. It would have been so boring. But you can learn, again, listen, and also communicate. Okay, this area, how about we do this way? Sometimes try the other person's way. Toba walk or walk. Sorry, if it works, it works. If it did not work, both of you will see it. Another thing I've also learned, which I learned from the video we did on raising godly children, is always look at the child's response, right? If both of you have agreed on a particular parenting style and it's not giving you the desired result, I have another video I did. If you're not following me on Instagram, I don't get it. What, you're missing the main gist. Because I know another video where I talked about, looking at your kid's response. Because it also happened to me as a parent, where we introduced my child to something, and my husband and I saw that my child's reaction to that thing was terrible, and we're able to respond quickly. Because sometimes parents begin to let's see, so just please look at, and it's beyond what your child is saying. Because I don't think to myself that what if she could talk? Okay, if she could talk, because I have a toddler, my daughter is just about 2 years old, right? Maybe she could express herself better. We could have been able to identify it earlier. We could have even known, because at the end of the day, we still can't say what exactly the issue was. We just know she didn't respond the way we had expected, the way a child should respond to that particular thing, right? And I also realized that even children that can talk, teenagers or older kids, a lot of times they won't tell you. They won't. So you have to then maybe sometimes try and read body language. Is your child now becoming, your child probably that was extrovert before becoming introverted? Is your child then maybe losing their confidence? Or it could even be positive. Maybe now your child is more outspoken. So you then know that, okay, this is working, right? Let's do this better. Each child is different. You should really watch that video, Raising God Children. There was a lot I learned about, parenting and all of that from that video. So parenting style is also another common issue people, couples tend to have. Another issue is maybe finances, right? You have now added an entire human being. Maybe people thought you people would do you breastfeed 6 months exclusive, but issues have happened. Now you need to buy formula every month, and formula is expensive. I've come to realize that I may be wrong. Oh man, please feel free to argue with me. I'm open to learning. One way men they tend to get cranky when money when the money, so instead of just say, babe, can we look at how we are spending the money. They just get, I can also understand the man wants to be able to provide for his family, and sometimes there's the frustration of not being able to meet your family where they need to be met, especially financially. But again, communication. And please, you the woman, be open. And it could be either ways, honestly. It could be any way you want to look at it. But of course, having a child, I believe that before you even decide to have a child, you guys are having sexual intercourse, you are most likely going to have a child. So I believe that from the moment you are having sex, you should be aware and you should plan accordingly for that child. Honestly, as far as I'm concerned, whether or not you're trying to have children, as long as you're having, because family planning they fail and pull outs they fail. We all know. So as long as you guys are having sexual intercourse, I hope that's not the self. Yeah, right. As long as you guys are, doing it, you should know, you should expect that it's possible to have a child. So there should be at the back of your mind that, okay, a child may come in the house that we're in. Can you accommodate an extra human being? Do you have enough money if you are going to have a child for the necessary expenses that come, with having a child? Then you guys begin to, plan from there on, and of course, communication. In case things don't even go the way you had planned or expected, please communicate. Know how to plan, know how to budget. Don't go and overspend. Don't live above your means. Don't do because my friend Kineko's baby bought this one, so you now want to buy. Guys, stop it. Like, live within your means. Don't live for anybody. Don't compare yourself to anybody. Yeah. Another thing we have here is identity shift. And please, I wrote something down, so let me just read it out, right? It says, some moms feel like they've lost themselves in, motherhood, and some dads may begin to feel, sidelined or unsure of their roles beyond, providers. So there's a tendency for, the mom to become so engrossed in the child, and you forget you have a husband, and you can give reasonable excuses, and the baby needs me, and I can't say that the baby was crying. Mamas, learn to balance it. That's what I'll say. So that your husband doesn't also feel left out and he can know where he can come in. Another thing is, of course, the mom's losing herself, thinking, is this not all there is to me? Right? I want to tell you that it's a phase. It's a phase. Your child is not going to be a 3-month-old forever. Your child is going to grow up. Your child is going to have to go to school. I assure you, your child is going to grow up. So whatever it is that it's going on in that season, it is just a season. And it's okay. You are a new person. Evolve into that person. I struggled with identity, embracing the new me, but I think the moment I opened up my heart to it, I began to see the beauty and adjust to it. Your old self, bye girl. It was nice while it lasted. This is a new you. This is a more beautiful you. This is an evolved you. This is a you that just had a baby, girl. So please be kind to yourself, be patient with yourself, and understand that this too will also pass. So yeah, like I said, I also, got some questions from some moms. And I mean, one of them mentioned parenting styles, her and her husband struggled with that, which I also, talked about. Another one talked about stress, right? It was a lot on her, I believe. But when she was able to lean on her husband, get support systems in place, it became easier in the journey. But I'm sure there are probably more issues. There's some things I probably have not talked about. And again, I don't want to see it at the point of they are not airing our dirty lenient. We're supporting each other through such an important phase and journey of our life. So what are other issues you think? What are other issues? Ask questions. You can even send me a DM on Instagram in case you want to be anonymous and you need more guidance, or you have more questions, or there are other things you can relate to, or there's some things that are still not clear to you. Let me know. And guys, what other topics on this channel? We do motherhood, faith, and of course purpose. And I think I'm diving a bit into parenting. I've shared my struggles as a YouTube creator on this channel, finding the right guest to sometimes come and address us on certain topics, but I still want to be able to show up regardless. So I love your input. What are some conversations you want us to have? What are some things you want us to address on this channel? What are some things you enjoy the most? Your feedback is very important to me. And yeah, remember to subscribe, like, share, and drop a comment. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.